Hi VC, this is Aaron, I'm with Allman, and I'm continuing my record collection on the middle of the A's now, and I'm going to start with Allman Brothers Band, first record. Really good band. I like them a lot. They one of the founders of Southern rock, of course, and they have killer music. Live at the Fillmore East, great live record. Brothers and Sisters, another great one. I think this has Jessica. Yep, Jessica, that's a really good song. Beginnings, Allman Brothers Band. The Road Goes On Forever, a collection of the greatest recordings. Double record, really good. And the very best of the Allman Brothers. Most of their classics on here, of course. And then I've got Duane Allman, an anthology. And this is really cool. It's got some Derek and the Dominoes, just all kinds of different things on here. Really good record. And ones that you can't escape if you're a record collector. Herb Alpert. And the one everyone has, of course. This next band, really good band. It's made of the bass players of two of my favorite bands, Frank Bello and Dave Ellefson from Anthrax and Megadeth, and it's called Altitudes and Attitudes. Get it out. Killer record. A couple years old. It's not quite as thrash as Anthrax or Megadeth. It's more just heavy metal, but it's really good. It's killer. I love listening to that record. And then I've got some Ambrosia, Life Beyond LA. And 180. Next up, I've got America's Horse with No Name. They're pretty good mellower, but they're a decent band. I like them. And I've got Homecoming. Have to be kind of in a mellow mood to listen to them, but they're good. And I believe this is the greatest hits. Yes, History, America's Greatest Hits. Another one, another band is Angel. This is hell of a band. Really good record here. I tend not to like a ton of keyboards, but it's pretty good. I like organ, like Hammond organ a lot. That's really cool sounding. Keyboards, if they're too synthy sounding, I tend not to like as much. There's exceptions, of course. And Angel's pretty good. I like them. And I've got On Earth as It Is in Heaven. White Hot. Of course, Greg Giuffria, an Angel, who later went on to have his own band and be in House of Lords. And Sinful. And their live album. Live Without a Net, yep. Double live. Now I'm getting into one of my favorite classic rock bands, or I don't know, there might even be before that, but I think they're one of the most underrated bands of all time. I really like them. The Animals. Eric Burdon, one of my favorite singers. He's great singer. Animalization. Animalism. And this is I think a Chinese version. Just the Animals. This is the back. And The Best of the Animals. It has a lot of classic songs on it. Great record. And Eric Burdon and the Animals, Love Is. Pretty good. Pretty good record, double record. And The Twain Shall Meet. This is a really good one. It's got Monterey, Sky Pilot, good stuff. Greatest hits of Eric Burdon and the Animals. Kind of their later era. Good records there too. And then I've got Phil Anselmo and the Illegals. He's the second singer from Pantera, the one most people know. Pretty good record here. It's about what you expect. Pantera-ish. It's good. Now to one of my favorite bands of all time. This is an original OG copy of Fistful of Metal. Great record. Spreading the Disease, even better. Great record. Medusa, I love Medusa. Aftershock, every song. Gung Ho, they're all good on that. And the album that got me into Anthrax, Among the Living, got it on cassette when it first came out, and couldn't stop listening to it. Great record. Great record. Every song. Then the I Am the Man single, which I actually like. And it also has Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, and a couple live, Cotton and Mosh live. It's pretty good. The version of Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath is really good. State of Euphoria, this is a repressed double record with bonus songs. It has Antisocial sung in French, Friggin' in the Riggin', Parasite, La Sects, Pipeline, and a live version of Antisocial on the fourth side. I love this record. I listened to that so much when it came out. I love like Misery, Those Company, all those songs are good. Attack of the Killer Bees, good stuff on here too. Cover songs and odds and ends. Milk, that's killer. Persistence of Time, this is a repress. Like this record a lot too. Some of my favorites on here are Belly of the Beast, In My World, Keep It in the Family, all of them are good. I love Anthrax. And Sound of White Noise, harder one to find, really good record. I love the John Bush years as well as the Joey Belladonna and the original too. But this is a really killer record. I always liked High Pro Glow a lot. And then The Greater of Two Evils, double record. This is really good too. It's basically, this is the Joey Belladonna early years, a bunch of their songs sung by John Bush, and it's really good. Re-recorded, all the songs re-recorded. We've Come For You All, one of the most underrated Anthrax records. Killer record. I saw them in the store down in Salt Lake City. They were killer. This is a really good underrated record. And one of my favorite records of all time, Worship Music. The Return of Joey Belladonna. This is one of the ones that came out when it first came out, and I was a little disappointed. I mean, the vinyl's pretty cool, but they left out the interludes and the bonus song, so it's always was lacking something. And then finally they reissued it, so I have this that has the interludes in the middle and New Noise, the bonus song, killer song, cover song. That's a really good album. One of my favorite albums of all time. And Anthems, which is an Anthrax cover album, and all these cover songs on here are amazing. They do Anthem from Rush, TNT from AC/DC, and after you hear that version, there's a part at the end where they do this heavy guitar part, and every time I hear that, I'm expecting it now, and it's like the best version of that song because of it. Smokin' from Boston, Keep On Running from Journey, Big Eyes from Cheap Trick, which is killer, and Jailbreak, and then two different versions of Crawl, which is from Worship Music. Really good song. And then we got For All Kings, killer record too. Love this one. Heavy. And Kings of Scotland box set. This is pretty cool too. It's a triple record live album. Really good. Another really good underrated band, Anvil. Hard and Heavy. Really good record there. My favorite Anvil, of course, Metal on Metal. All-time great record. Really killer. Hard to beat these Anvil records. It's almost the beginning of speed metal in a way. They're really good. Forged in Fire, another Anvil. And that's all I've got. I'd like to get more of them. Then I move on to April Wine. I got First Glance. April Wine's a pretty good band. Kind of hard rock, leaning towards metal at times. Harder, Faster, probably their most classic record. Really good. The Nature of the Beast, another pretty good record there. Solid. And Power Play. That's on my April Wine. Then I got a band called Archangel. They're alright. They're a little synthy, but they're pretty good actually. Not bad. And an old band called Argent. That's a really good band too. Argent's good. I've got Armageddon. This is a really good record. I like Armageddon. It's kind of progressive metal, early-ish 70s or so. Really good. And speaking of John Bush, I got a couple Armored Saint. These albums are really good. Armored Saint's killer. I love John Bush's vocals. He's a really good singer. Gold Stamp promo of Delirious Nomad. You got some Asia. Asia's pretty good. They're a prog pop band. They got some good songs. And then these last two Asias are still actually sealed records. If I ever listen to them, I'll crack them open, but until then, I'll just keep them like that. I had other versions of them, but I've gotten rid of them through the years. Just I kept the best version. The Association, old band, they're pretty good. There's a couple songs on here that have been covered by other people. They're good. And this is a really good punk record. Ass Rash, Up the Punks. Killer record. I love this. And they sound about what you expect from that picture. They're really good. I've been really getting into punk the last few years, and they're good. Atlantic Rhythm Section. Dog Days. A rock and roll alternative. And Red Tape. Okay. Audio Slave. Great band. Chris Cornell, one of my favorite singers ever. This is a really killer record. Like a Stone, Cochise, this is all really good. Can't go wrong with Chris Cornell. He's a killer singer. This is Dan Auerbach. He's the one of the members of Black Keys. Well, Black Keys I like. One of the few of the newer bands I actually like a lot. And then I got some autograph. Sign in, please. That's the stuff. Loud and clear. Good band. I like autograph there. A little on the more pop side of metal, but they're good. Then Avenged Sevenfold. I kind of like these guys. This is a best of 3 record set. Folds out like this, and then the back side I'll show you. It's pretty cool. And the 6th side, it's all just regular black wax except for this side here is an etching, which is actually etched onto the middle there. You don't really see that. Kind of cool. If I can get it back in here. There we go. And finish out with Axe. This is self-titled. Good record. Axe is kind of a, I don't know if you take Molly Hatchet, mix him with Boston and Old Def Leppard. I don't know. That's as good as I can describe him. Living on the Edge. And this record here, Offering, one of my favorite albums of the 80s. Absolutely brilliant record. Really good. I listen to this all the time. Have ever since I got it. Rock and Roll Party in the Streets, Now or Never, Silent Soldiers, Still Another Fantasy. They're all good. That's a killer record. That there is as good as all their other records combined, in my opinion, but they're all good. There's Nemesis. That's a good record too, but for my money, you can't beat Offering. It's amazing. I love Offering. And that does it for my A's. And all right, have a good one. Bye.